Flash Jordan, Chicago releases 7,300 inmates and Walgreens shuts down all locations. Oh no. Oh no, not another food desert. Oh no.
After losing millions, Walgreens has decided to leave Chicago.
Walgreens has been in the Chatham neighborhood for decades,
no.
a place where residents...
You mean if you make business like unviable that the businesses will move out? Wait, you mean if I steal from the business, they can't just get more? Huh? What?
could walk and pick up their prescription.
What do you mean? If I steal from the business, I just get more. They just get more from the back.
Will soon change as Walgreens says it's closing its doors for good.
For good?
Do right by us.
They're making their message clear and known, walking inside the Walgreens on 87th and Cottage Grove.
They don't care about the well-being. It's not their family that's on these meds.
Walgreens recently announced its...
Hold on, chat. So you're telling me that you vote in people that make crime more rampant, and then when the business is like, yo, the crime is so bad, we can't even operate here anymore, then you protest the business? Wait a minute. Oh man. Holy shit. That is fucking crazy. That's so crazy,
in the Chatham neighborhood due to a higher level of theft and violent incidents, leaving the closest location now more than a mile away. Daryl Smith says he relies on this Walgreens because his 76-year-old mother had a lung transplant and takes 54 pills a day.
Then he should be upset that the city of Chicago won't lock up its criminal.
Exactly. Dude, if I were this... Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If I were this business, I would just be like, that's too bad, man.
But do you think that's gonna happen anytime soon?
He says during his lunch break, he gets her medication from this Walgreens in the 6th Ward.
And if they close this Walgreens, the next one is not within the distance for me to do on my lunch break. So it's real inconvenience.
6th Ward Alderman William Hall says he wants what they've done in other neighborhoods. Modification.
How is this senior lives? Oh my goodness, guys. This is unreal. This is actually so crazy that it is now Walgreens' fault for shutting down because of the rampant crime that they were subjected to by these communities, by the way. Yeah, I fucking said it. By these communities. They're the ones who did this to Walgreens. They're the reason. Why? Because they can vote.
Witnessing is, again, a tale of two cities. Downtown on 12th Street, they figured it out. On 87th Street, they just give up. They've been giving up in the 4th Ward, the 5th Ward, now the 6th Ward.
This isn't the first time Walgreens has moved.
So because one Walgreens is still open for now, and this one's shutting, the company has committed a cardinal sin. But the reality is, all the criminals now only have one store to rob.
This isn't the first time Walgreens has moved out of Southside neighborhood.
Do that other Walgreens like...
Last time reported Walgreens announced it was closing 5 Chicago locations, including a significant store in the Bronzeville neighborhood at 35th and King Drive.
To turn its back on the south side of Chicago is absolutely inhumane.
This is actually fucking hilarious. Like, this is so funny. Like, I know it's dark and I shouldn't be laughing at it, but like, to me, this is fucking hilarious. Like, am I the only person that thinks this is the funniest shit ever? Like,
inhumane,
so but wait, somebody already did. How did they know? How did they know?
Walgreens.
Who the fuck's refreshing the store? How did you know?
Shame on you.
Walgreens.
Oh no. Nobody bothered to ask the store why it's closing. Except Fox, who says that theft is 16% here, 4 times higher than what the company's used to. And look at this. Those lock boxes, those things that increase the cost of what the law-abiding pay for, well, those get robbed all the time, too. They're useless.
Subnautica, how many players is Subnautica 2? Like, could I play with my mom and Rana? We need to Bukele every single one of these. One of our courts, dude, I totally agree, man. I totally fucking agree.
The theory is if you lock up all the products, you don't have to lock up any of the criminals. And it looks like that didn't work. But do we dare...
Wait, that's the game Powder wants to play with me? I play with Powder.
Ask some of these folks who are in denial who's at fault here.
Walgreens should be charged with first-degree corporate abuse.
I played it twice. 3 times, 4 times.
The way they're treating our elders. It should be a crime the way they're treating our families.
What about the criminals? What should they be charged with?
But this is like horror game. What do you mean horror game? It's like a submarine, right? You're just exploring the ocean and shit. What do you mean?
Quote, despite a range of efforts, including previous operating adjustments, these ongoing safety challenges made it increasingly difficult to maintain a secure environment for our team members and customers.
Why does nobody want to blame the criminals? Maybe this is what Walgreens should have done. Look at this. Look at this Kroger.
And when you turn this way, that is also a barricade.
The whole thing is a jail.
Wow, this is crazy.
Dude, can you imagine? Guys, I just want to say where I live, we don't have shit like this. I live in the countryside and we don't have this shit. None of that. Nope.
So you come in, there's a door there to enter.
I went to California and Legos were locked up, guys. The Legos were locked behind glass.
And this entire health, wellness section is like barricaded off within the store.
Yeah, because it gets robbed.
That is so wild to me.
And it's not like closing a store is something the store can do for free. Look at this. Walgreens said 2 things. They said, first of all, the profitability was down because of all the crime, and not as many people were filling prescriptions here. So it's not like they could have the loss leader, which is the stuff on the shelf, continue in the face of declining overall business. So people aren't paying for the stuff inside the store. More of the stuff inside the store is getting stolen from it, which means people are already getting their prescriptions somewhere else. Apparently this store lost over $1 million last year. That's insane. If your store is...
Yeah, you know what happens then? Is it gets subsidized out. Like everybody else pays for that, right? Everybody else that is like a law-abiding citizen that's paying for it, everyone's prices go up because of this. It's freaking ridiculous, right?
Losing $1 million. It ain't staying open for very long.
Signs outside this Cottage Grove Walgreens explicitly warn customers.
I saw someone get arrested because they were buying Legos, replacing them with macaroni, and bro.
It's closing in less than a month.
Less than a month.
It's a big deal, especially for people who depend on this specific store.
Who there are now.
This is like, guys, this is not livable. This is not a real society. This isn't a real society. This is like the wild, wild west fucking clown world, man. Which is why we're researching it right now. And this affects jobs. This takes away jobs from the people in it. Yeah, it does. Because now the store is closed. So now distributors lose it. Like the people that have to like ship things to there. All the people that work there. They all lose their jobs because of it. And then again, the rest of the area is affected because they no longer have that store, which makes prices go up everywhere. Like, it's ridiculous. But you know what? Shouldn't have voted for the Democrats. You know what? Shouldn't have. Damn, that's too bad. It's too bad, man.
Now, you gonna tell me it's not racially motivated? I mean, you didn't close nothing in Andersonville.
In Carla, Germany.
I don't drive. Having to go cross town to get my medicine will be an inconvenience.
At a community town hall inside St. Mark's United Methodist Church Saturday morning, officials from Walgreens said,
if you can't say that you didn't vote for the Democrat, first off, if you didn't vote, you don't get to bitch. Second, if you voted for Democrat, you don't get to bitch either. I don't want to fucking hear it. That's the first thing I'm going to ask anytime like they do one of these things. Like, who'd you vote for? And I said Democrat. Oh yeah, shut the fuck up.
At the front, while a few dozen people wanted to know why this location. Walgreens
I can't believe they went to that.
I saw an Uncle Ruckus, dude.
16%, 4 times the company average.
So you have a Walgreens, it's in a high crime area, and nobody wants to admit that it's in a high crime area. It's like people will do everything. They will blame the company. They will look at stores in other neighborhoods that remain open. They will accuse the executives of first-degree corporate abandonment, but they won't admit that there's a crime problem.
What the hell is corporate abandonment, dude? What is it, dude? These people, they're obsessed with forcing other people to do shit for them. That's what this all is. They have no sense of voluntary, no sense of like other people having their own will and being able to make their own decisions. It's just all like you should be forced to do the thing I want. They're authoritarian. That's what they are.
We will not talk about that for some reason.
All
it's almost like admitting that
dude, for
means
real.
The store is closing for a valid reason.
Man.
Prescription volume fell 30% the last 5 years, and pharmacy reimbursement rates are 25%.
So how can they complain about the prescriptions if the volume's down?
Those lock boxes are getting destroyed. and that's a great...
Walgreens is average.
A lot of the times those lock boxes are getting destroyed, and that's a great cost to the company.
Yeah.
Walgreens says lock boxes and full-time security costs $400,000 a year at this location.
$400,000 a year.
And again, who pays for
to
that?
have security and lock boxes. And you want to tell me that crime has nothing to do with the unaffordability crisis in these blue cities? When you go to a store and you see security guards parked outside and you see people inside the store run around with a little key to open up everything because it's all getting stolen, that $400,000, don't tell me that doesn't go into the prices of these products.
Batteries.
That's why things are expensive in Chicago and in New York and in every single place that is essentially legalized looting by refusing to lock up looters and thieves and punish this in any way. I am shocked that it costs
Even
this
that
much.
doesn't stop customers from jumping over counters to steal liquor, cigarettes, and make threats to team members.
Jumping the counter.
Just imagine being a cashier, your daughter, your son being a cashier and witnessing those things.
That's
to prevent
awful.
more locations from closing,
That's
Walgreens
dangerous.
says they will pay for security features and swap out their guards for tactical security.
Tactical.
Death, violence.
But even these reasons are not enough for some neighbors.
They need to decriminalize, like, this is what they need to decriminalize, right? When these people go in and they rob a store, the security should be able to beat the shit out of them. That should be legal, in my opinion. They should be able to, like, tackle them and just beat the shit out of them.
Who now must trek over a mile to get prescriptions. Now, customers that use this location are being asked to use other nearby locations like 75th and State Street and 87th and Stony Island.
Okay, so there are other locations. And as we just heard from the Walgreens executives who look like they are legitimately heartbroken that they even have to make this decision, there will be new security measures.
They need, like, lassos, like electric lassos, you know what I mean?
The stores that remain open. And here's why that's such a big...
People steal. There's just like a fucking cowboy with an electric lasso, you know? Like straight out of what was it? Kingsman, you know?
Big deal. If you have a whole bunch of stores, Walgreens in Chicago, they've closed 6 stores over the last year. If 5 stores close and there's 1 store left, that critical mass of thieves that were ripping off all the other stores, they've all got to congregate and go after one specific location. That remaining store is going to be subject to 6 times as much crime. They're going to have to lock down everything. They're going to have to spend millions in security just to keep the place open, which is why they're closing so many stores. And look, the most depressing thing about this is the fact that when you see these products all locked up, what this is essentially happening is you have a city like Chicago or New York telling businesses that, hey, crime isn't going to be our problem anymore. It's going to be your problem. We're not going to police crime anymore, so you better figure out a way to do it. And that directly translates to a higher cost of operating these businesses.
Of course.
And the only way they're going to...
Where do you think all of those lockers come from? The lockers, the security, the cameras, like where do you think it comes from? Comes from everybody else that is not a criminal. Comes from everyone else's prices going up.
Get the money to operate. It's getting it from the residents who say they can't afford to live in these places. But nobody wants to connect the dots between crime and poverty. It's like, it's such a simple connection to make, but we don't even want to talk about it.
You know what they need to bring back? You need to bring back that thing. You know that thing where, like, if you steal, they put you in it, and it's like a hole, and they put your head and your arms through it. Like, was it the stockades? And then everyone else can just throw rotten shit at you. Yeah, they should bring that back, right? Like, they just put that up in, like, the town square, like, this person, like, stole, and, like, everyone just chucks shit at them. It would actually do, like, a huge benefit for the community, too, because it's, like, stress relief, right? You get rid of some of that cortisol, right? You just, like, chuck some tomatoes at these people, like, rotten ones. Need a, what do you call it? Corporeal punishment, man. That's what they need. I don't mean, like, you know, sending your kid to the hospital, obviously, but, you know. Corporal, that's what I meant. Yeah, corporal. Is that where you smack your kid? Obviously lightly. I don't think you should send your kid to the hospital, obviously, but, you know.
Another Walgreens is closing. This Cottage Avenue Walgreens in the city's Chatham neighborhood will close on June 4th. It is this...
You'd be a good one, probably, like, you know those EBB airsoft guns with, like, the point what is it, those like those light BBs, the super light BBs. Yeah, I just use that. Like Tokyo Marui EBB airsoft gun with the really, really light BBs.
6 Walgreens to close on the city's south
6
side
stores.
in the past
Give them a little blast, you know.
In the past year.
Several city council members say the latest closure is creating a pharmaceutical
give them a little bit of full auto, you know, like give them a burst.
drought.
2 mag dumps at minimum.
Especially for ultra
So
black
that they should do something.
Rely on the store for their
If you're hardcore, you get like an HPA gun. Those HPA like 1911s, those are freaking high kappa.
Then why aren't they doing anything about it?
You like tap the trigger once, like.
Chicago area-based company, Walgreens says this location has experienced a significant high levels of theft and violent incidents. Some customers say is true, but they hope a compromise can be reached so they can continue to get their prescriptions.
Right. So the compromise. What kind of compromise do they want? If the compromise isn't, okay, the people who steal lose their freedom and go to jail, the only way you can have a compromise is with prices going up. And with the store costing so much to operate, nobody shops there. And as expected, in a lawless city that won't punish criminals or do anything to help businesses, there are other affordability problems too.
Everything is going up, whether you're...
You guys remember my story of like the one time my dad spanked me like really hard? I got the belt one time. Did I tell you guys about that? I was bad. I did something disrespectful, and so my dad got the belt out, and right before he was gonna smack me, I told him, like, hold on, time out. Right? I said, time out. And I ran upstairs and I put on 5 pairs of jeans and I went back downstairs. And he respected it. He let me wear the 5 jeans.
Paying a mortgage or paying a landlord, the price to keep a roof over your head keeps climbing. Renters want relief, while landlords say their hands are tied.
With gas nearing $7 a gallon and grocery bills...
He was like, fair enough, fair enough.
We know why those are up.
It's safe to say most people are watching how they're spending every dollar. But there's $1 or hundreds of dollars people can't control.
The rent keeps increasing year to year, just keeps going up and up and up.
From the south side to the north side, renters are feeling the pinch and looking for relief.
It seems like there's annual increases of...
They had a lot of DR though. Yeah,
different spots.
It was great.
That's because there's a housing crisis.
Is affordable.
Many groups are calling for Illinois to change a law that's nearly 30 years old. They want rent control so people don't get forced out of their apartments and neighborhoods.
Just kind of
That's a disaster.
A thing where they're like, deal with it or, move somewhere else.
People think if you own property, then that must mean that you can pay the bills for it.
Ebony Lucas is a landlord who owns this 3 flats in Bronzeville. Her tenants received a notice for payment changes.
We're increasing our rents for the first time since 2021. And we didn't want to.
But Lucas points to this property tax
There
bill.
it is. So you got the government here that is stopping
the government
property owners from trying to make money.
The government increases the taxes. The government increases the taxes, and then the property owners like, I guess we have to increase prices, and then the people get mad at the property owners. Like it's actually diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Not the government's fault. It's the landowner's fault, of course.
By raising taxes because it needs money to fund all of its nonsense. Therefore, rents are going up. And now renters want rent control. They want landlords to have profit that stays here and the baseline.
Jazzy says, I've been getting radicalized on hating the government since I started watching the Leaflit. Dude, I hate the government. The government's so bad.
Trying to just keep going
They're so
up
bad.
so that they can stay forever. This is the same thing we're witnessing with Walgreens.
If you want to know what it's like paying taxes, by the way, this isn't what it is. Okay, this is what you think taxes is. Actually, if you don't know, watch the Davey video. Watch the Davey video because this happened to Davey as well, right? But this is what it's like paying taxes. Okay, say you have to pay $100 in taxes. Okay, imagine $80 of that just goes up someone's ass. That's literally what it's like. Like 80% of it just vanishes. It just gets burned away.
They want Walgreens to stay open.
And even worse, it goes to like some nepotistic system. It's not even like, honestly, you're better off burning it. It's more worth it. I would rather burn the money because it's gonna go to like these like nepotistic systems of like people that didn't even really earn it. It's gonna go to some bullshit contract that's like hyperinflated. It's So annoying.
Even though they're losing money and the baseline keeps going up because of all the theft.
I apologize for slamming you, though. No, I apologize for not seeing all of it, to be honest.
The same thing. You have an attitude of entitlement. That's what you have here. People want everything for free. They want stores to stay open even though they're getting robbed blind.
Yeah, if you want me to reply, by the way.
Stop raising the rent.
The best way to get a reply from me, by the way, if you didn't know this, the best way to get a reply from me on X is if you reply right after I post. Because I usually monitor it for like 30 minutes. And I usually reply to like almost every reply in the first 30 minutes. I usually reply to them all.
Though their business is going out of business. But there are other problems these landlords are having. Listen.
Taxes on the building jumped 76%. She once paid about $7,400, but now
the bill went to $21,000.
76% more
Lucas
taxes.
insisting most independent landlords are not trying to push tenants out or just increase the rent for greed.
They just want to collect.
She believes most are in her shoes, forced to pass the extra cost on to tenants.
Yep.
Currently, 7 states allow rent control, but Lucas says that's not an easy fix.
Yeah, and it doesn't work. I'm here in New York. We got $5,000 a month rents in some parts of Manhattan right now. It is more expensive than it's ever been to get an apartment in New York, and we have rent control on about half the apartments. And you know what that does?
It's because rent control doesn't actually make more of the thing that you want. In fact, it makes less. That's like the ridiculous thing about it. When you add rent controls, you create less of the thing that you want.
That takes half the available apartments in New York, locks them up because nobody's moving.
And this is all like really basic shit, by the way. Like if you really just think about it for like more than 5 seconds, it makes sense, right? So like, for instance, if you had a building, right? If you had like a place and you're like, okay, well, we're going to enact some laws where you have to charge this amount of rent so that the profits are garbage. You're going to make not that much money. You're going to have to deal with squatters. You're going to have to deal with people pissing all over the place. You're going to have to deal with people that wreck the place before they leave. You're going to have to deal with all of this shit. You know, fixing the plumbing and the sewage whenever people fuck around with it and they do stupid shit in there. People making drugs, and you're gonna have to deal with all of this bullshit, right? And we're not even gonna pay. You can't charge that much money. You can't even charge enough money for it to be worth it. So people go, you know what? Actually, I just don't even want to deal with this, or I don't even want to deal with this. And that's what happens. And what that does is it makes it so only the people who already have the assets in the area, they're the only ones that do it because they have the building anyway. So it's like they're kind of going to make some money, but it's like not really worth it. So like a new prospective person who's like, well, do I want to go into this neighborhood and create new housing, which will make it so that the prices go down because there's even more housing? Nah, I don't feel like it because I don't want to deal with the government breathing down my neck, creating all of these rules, making it impossible for me to make money off of it. It's not even worth the investment. So fuck this place. And that's what happens.
To get one of those apartments, it's also bankrupting the landlord. So pretty soon, those...
Like, I'm telling you, man, like where I live in Texas, they're building new houses for $160,000 with fiber internet. Yeah, brand new house, $160,000. Yeah, and it's because they don't have all these bullshit laws. Like, you can just build shit out here.
Apartments that are locked up disappear permanently. And what does that mean?
Anything that's market rate,
anything that's not under.
Yeah, like they'll be building a restaurant, and it's like it's done in 1 month. It's like they started clearing it. They're like, oh, what are they doing over there? They're like clearing that area. What are they doing? There's a sign there, new restaurant coming. Oh, cool. 1 month later, it's open. What the hell? There was like nothing there but trees, and now there's a whole ass dine-in restaurant there, open in like a month or two. It's insane. It's so crazy. And that's what happens when you just let businesses business.
Rent control apparatus, the rents on that go up even higher because all these apartments over here aren't even part of the situation. None of these places want to build stuff. They don't want to build their way out of it. They want to tax
Sorry,
their
but
way
we
out.
don't need more homes. We already have enough homes. Get rid of places like BlackRock and Vanguard. Yeah. How do you do that? How do you make it not appealing for them to like do this shit? You make it unappealing by making it so that you could just keep building more. So if they're going to keep the prices high, we'll just build more and tank the prices even more.
They want to rent control their way out of it.
Guys, anytime the government says, oh, there's a problem, well, we can regulate it and fix it. Fucking run away. Just run away. Anytime the government is like, all I have to do is get my hands in there and I'm going to fix everything. Holy fuck, dude. They cannot do it ever. Mochiber, thank you for the 500 again. My wife and I have been eyeing those houses near Houston. We're from California. Would like to move only keeping us there is the jobs, health benefits. Yeah, I mean that's always the problem. I mean, maybe you can work remote, like I don't know, something like that. You know, we want good people in Texas,
right?
More good people in Texas, less quangos. You know,
they don't want to build their way out of it. They want to tax their way out of it. They want to rent control their way out of it.
So like, if you're the type of person that votes Democrat, I really have to tell you that Texas is fucking awful.
Who the fuck is Leaflit?
Texas is awful. It's super racist, super KKK, super white supremacist. Do not move here. They will kill you and your children. If you voted for Democrat, listen to what I'm saying.
If we have rent control, we have to have expense control.
Right.
Because otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to force the small people who live in the community, who love the community.
Yeah, they eat people down here. True. Lot of vampire. Wait, no, don't. I can't say that. They're going to like that. Yeah, they're going to like that. Yeah, never mind. No vampires.
And who do this because we enjoy it, you're going to force us out. Yep. And all you're going to have is the big major companies that are not going to treat their tenants the same.
And then the big major companies, they're going to do what Walgreens does.
Nazis. We got Nazis. We got lots of Nazis. That's right.
You know what? If you can only make this much and the bottom keeps going up, eventually there's going to be no room even for a Walgreens to stick around. A Walgreens-sized landlord, the massive
Yeah, if you voted for Democrat, you don't want to come to Texas. You know what? There is a lot here. Woo, white people.
corporate juggernauts. They're not immune from the fact that if profits are capped, eventually the money runs out. And what nobody wants to admit is the real unaffordability crisis in these deep blue cities that nobody can afford to live in is being experienced by the places that would be able to...
Ryan, no, even the 100. Oh, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government, I'm here to help Ronald Reagan. So true. Spytrick, thank you for the 2 gift subs, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do something about it if they were allowed to. For example, the landlords, since building is restricted in these places and landlords are getting hammered with taxes, they can't lower their rents.
Dude, I'm telling you, people told me that when I was gonna move to Texas. People were like, really? But like, they're so racist there. They're really racist against you're not white. They're racist against minorities. And like, I moved to Texas and everyone's been super fucking nice. And I told them that too. You know what I said, guys? Guys, this is the escalation. Let me tell you the escalation, okay? You don't want to move to Texas because everyone's racist there and scary. So I moved to Texas and I say, actually, you know what? I moved here. Everyone's really nice and respectful. In fact, they're more respectful here than they are in California. And you want to know what the counter was to that? You want to know what they said? You want to know what they said? You just don't know it because they're only doing it behind your back. Literally unprovable. Like, completely unprovable. Like, actually amazing.
Or incentive from intense competition to do that because there's not millions of apartments popping up. People can rent.
Yeah, it's like unfalsifiable racism. 50 says there's a ton of racist cowboys that pick up in every parking lot.
Same thing with Walgreens. You think Walgreens wants to price out people in the community? It decided to open a store. They wouldn't have opened these stores if they didn't think they could go in there and give people something that was going to be so good. They decided to shop at the Walgreens that just opened. But no, things are so bad for the Walgreens, they had to close the store that they opened. They didn't open the store to shut it down. They opened the store to go in there and win, and they're forced to lose, and then the whole city of Chicago loses along with it. What do you think about that? See you in the next video.
What do I think about that? Most fucking obvious result ever. Am I right? Saw that one coming from a mile away. I'm like Nostradamus, dude, actually. Dude, these leftists make me feel like Nostradamus, you know? I have like the post-cognitive ability. I'm a master at post-cognition. Got the ESP. I got the crystals and the ESP. Oh man, my post-cognition is out of control. All right. Anyway, I'll link you guys the video. That was a really good one. That was a fun one, man. I always love just talking shit about the government. It's actually the best. I hate the government.